Thanks for being here tonight. This is going to be the curriculum night information for Honors Math 1 from Steel Canyon High School. My name is Joe Gelaro. I just want to start by introducing myself. There's a picture of me so you can see what I look like, because I know this is a little bit different. That's my family there and my wife next to me. And just a little bit about me. I went to Westview High School, which is here in San Diego in the Poway Unified District. And I graduated from Whittier College, which is in LA, where I got my undergrad in math and my master's in education. And then I was lucky enough to find a job back home in San Diego, and this will be my 8th year at Steel Canyon. And I also coach soccer here, so I'm really hoping that we get to play our season coming up in a couple of months. And then another piece of news about me is that my wife is pregnant with our first child, which is due in the next couple of weeks. So it's been an exciting and hectic time for me. All right, into the information about the class. This is our grade breakdown, which can be found on the syllabus that your students should have received on the first day of class. And you can see that we've got assignments and homework at 50%, notes at 25%, and assessments at 25%. And so you'll notice that the most heavily weighted category is the assignments and homework, and then the least heavily weighted category is the assessments, which is not normally the way it is, but given the circumstances and the distance learning, we've adjusted these percentages so that the focus is really on getting the students engaged in the material and actively participating. And so that's why this is leaning towards completing the homework and completing the notes. And assessments is a little bit secondary in this case, given the distance learning and distance teaching situation. This is our class time and tutorial. So you can see we have live Zoom classes on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 to 11. You've probably seen your kids taking part in those. And during those classes, I'll usually spend about half the time going through a brief miniature lesson because most of the lessons will be on pre-recorded videos that students can watch on their own time. But I'll usually review a little bit live with the students so I can ask them questions. And then the second half of class is usually spent playing some sort of a game show that's a formative assessment so we can see how much the students are understanding and kind of gauge where they're at. And then we also have daily tutorials, and this is done by request. So if students ever need to meet in the afternoons, they're welcome to send me an email or a message or let me know during class, and I'm happy to meet with them any day of the week. I'm available every day at 1 to 2:30 for any extra support that they might need. These are all the online platforms that we use, and this is maybe a good thing to take a picture of if you want to, because there are quite a few of them. And notice I've highlighted the class material and the schedule in orange there, and that's all on Canvas. And that's because Canvas is going to be our home base. That's where you can find all of the links to all these other things here. It's where students should navigate first to find any information, because everything will be loaded there, and then they can find the links to all these other places on Canvas. And so you can see the grades are on a program called Aries. That's where you would check your kids' grades. The homework is on a program called HRW, and the assessments is on Flipgrid. And I know not much that doesn't mean much to you, so we're going to navigate to all those different places so you can see what it looks like to the students from their point of view. Before we do that, though, I wanted to give you my contact information. This is also on the syllabus and on the Steel Canyon webpage. That's my email address and my phone number, and then at the bottom it says the Remind app, which is a teacher student friendly app program that you may have heard of by now. It's fairly popular across the country, and basically it's just a messaging system to send out messages to the class that show up most of the time on students' phones. And if you're interested in getting those messages as well, then you can sign up for the app. I use it very, very rarely, but if I need to make an announcement about an upcoming test or a homework problem, then I will send out a message via this app, and I will give you that information in a few slides here. So I'm going to navigate to Canvas so you can see what that looks like for your kids here. So this is the Canvas homepage, and you can see right on the front here we have where it says our Zoom classes, and this is where the links will show up every morning. We have been instructed to post the Zoom links about 5 to 10 minutes before class starts to avoid any sort of security issues. So that's where the Zoom links will show up about 5 to 10 minutes before class, and students will click on them and then they'll jump into the live Zoom sessions. And then the next important piece is on the right side here. And you can see on the right side, it has to do, and it has all of the assignments that students have upcoming. I'm in kind of like a demo mode right now, so it looks like I have all these assignments to do. Your kids should have a bunch of these already checked off, but they can always kind of check this checklist of things that are coming up, and the due dates you can see are underneath them as well. I'm going to come to the top left now and click on modules. Modules is kind of a week by week layout of what the students are working on and what they have for each day. So when they click on modules here, it'll take them to a page that looks like this. You can see at the top there's a section called class material that has the syllabus and some other information there. And then it goes week by week. So we have week 1 and then all the material. We have week 2 and then all the material, and then week 3, which is the week that we're currently on. So this is the one I'll focus on for now. And each one of these weeks is broken up by day. So you can see Monday, here's the material for Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday and so on. So students can just navigate here each day and find what they should be working on. And they can also use this week 3 overview and checklist. So if they click on this week 3 overview and checklist, it basically gives them a summary of everything that they have that week and when it's due. So you can look through this and see what's due today by 1 o'clock, right? And then what's due tomorrow, and they have kind of a map of what they should be working on and what's due on each given day. And then at the bottom, there's a checklist again of things that are due. So you can see due Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then the assignment that's required of them. The goal here is that I know the students are intaking a lot of information from a lot of different classes, and I'm trying to make it as simple as possible for them to see exactly what is required of them on every single day. And this is a good place to look at that. Okay, and so you can see that as you scroll through here, each one of these days, this is what each day will look like. It has a video lesson and a note page. So when you click on one of those, it'll take you to an assignment. The video lessons are done on little YouTube clips, and so the students should watch those. And then there are accompanying note pages. So if you were to click on this, a PDF would pop up, and it's just a blank PDF of the note sheet, and they're welcome to print that out and then copy the notes right off of the video. If they don't have a printer or access to a printer or a way to print it out, they can just copy the notes into a blank sheet of paper. They don't necessarily need that PDF. It just makes things a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to slide over to Aries here. Aries is the platform where students can find their grades, right? This is my teacher view, but you will see your parent view when you go to the Steel Canyon webpage, which is where I am now. And if you click on Parents in the top right corner, and then you click on Aries, that's where students' grades will be posted, and you can see how your student is doing. I usually update grades at least once or twice a week, so you'll be able to see the assignments coming in as they do. Next, I want to move over to the students' homework platform. Their homework platform is there's a website called hrw.com, and on this website they will have assignments listed where it says assignments here. And so each day they usually have an assignment, and that assignment is always due the following day. And you can also see that they have interactive resources here. And so this is where they can access their textbook if they wanted to peruse at their own leisure, or if you wanted to see what they have on the agenda, you can always look through this as well. But this is an online textbook that they can click on and navigate through for any extra help or support that they might need from the text. And they can submit their work directly on this website. So as they go to a website, as they go to an assignment, so if I click on assignments, their assignments will show up, and then I'll show you what they look like here so that you can go ahead and see, know what they're working on. So when they click on one, it'll look like this, and it just takes them question by question, and they're just punching their answers straight into these boxes here. And then at the very end, they'll be able to submit this, and they'll be all finished with the homework assignment on this end. There is also a section for them to upload their written work for this assignment. So when they are on Canvas, where it says their homework assignment, So I'll click back over there to Canvas where it says 3.1/3.2 homework, right? They would go here and then it says submit assignment in the top right corner. And that's for a picture of their written work from the online assignment. So their answers are submitted via the HRW program, but their written work, just like they normally would in a classroom, needs to be uploaded to Canvas so that I can make sure they're writing things down and not just doing things in their head or using other means to get answers. Next, I want to navigate to a program called Flipgrid. This is where students will work on their assessments and also turn in their notes. And basically what this prompts them to do is make a quick video of themselves, and they're able to block the camera so they don't have to be on camera at all if they are not comfortable with it. But it's basically a way for them to explain problems, and that's part of the assessments that they have to do. Because of the situation, things are a little bit different. And so part of the assessment is that they have to take one problem from the test and they explain it or teach it like a teacher would to students. And that way I can kind of gauge how well they're understanding it and making sure that, it's not just all taken from their notes and things like that, that they do have a grasp of the material. So part of the assessment is that they would explain that on a quick video and I could listen to them and get a better understanding of how much they know. And then this is also the program where they will submit a picture of their notes. So they'll just start a video and then they'll hold their notes up to their screen each week. And then I will check their notes that way. Next, I want to move to Class Dojo. This is kind of our point system in the classroom. So they earn points for attending class, having their camera on, winning game shows, participating during the live Zoom sessions, even if the camera is not on. And so there's different ways that they can earn points. And basically, this is just a system where they can use these points. They can spend the points like money to buy themselves extra credit or homework passes or test bonuses and that kind of thing. So this is where they would find that, how many points they have, and then they would be able to go to Canvas and submit their request for extra credit or homework passes or test bonuses. Okay, and then lastly, I wanted to bring you to the Remind app here. And this is how you can sign up for our Remind service. And so if you just put this number into the where the phone number goes and text this message, it'll sign you up automatically. And that way, any message I send to the class, you'll receive that as well. And that's, of course, not required, just if you're interested in it. So please feel free to do that. Once again, I'm going to flip back to my contact information here, and you can jot that down if you need it. But please feel free to reach out if you've got any questions. I mean, this is a different time that we're in right now. I want to make sure that I support these students the best that I can. And most of the time that works best if it's a collaborative effort between you and I to support your kids. So please let me know if there's anything I can do. Thank you for watching.